Warning, the following video will contain content that is not appropriate for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back for another one of my Pokemon Battle Revolution discussion battles. Fuck yeah. Alright, so I hope you all are doing good out there and all that good shit. So, as you guys know, I've been kind of discussing this whole process that I've gone through over the past couple of weeks of, buying my new car, because I just recently bought a new car, and getting rid of my old car. And now, out of the two of those things, I was kind of expecting that, buying my new car would be the bigger pain in the ass rather than getting rid of my old car. Because I had a pretty good plan for getting rid of my old car. So I figured that would be, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, all that good shit. But buying my new car would be a pain in the ass. And actually, it was kind of reversed in that regard, because buying a new car actually wasn't as bad as I had been expecting. I mean, it was a pain in the ass, as is everything that being an adult entails, because being an adult is just fucking lame as shit. But actually, shockingly, getting rid of my old car was a much bigger pain in the ass than I was expecting. And I'll be talking about why. So, I decided with my old car, because my old car's got a bunch of rust, right? I'm sure it has a few things wrong with it that it would need to have fixed and shit like that. It was in okay shape. It still ran. The motor and the motor and transmission were still in good shape. They still ran. That being said, however, again, it had a lot of cosmetic rust and shit like that. That's a good thing about my new car, is that it doesn't have any rust yet. Probably within like a year or two it'll have rust, but it doesn't have any rust at the moment, so that's pretty cool. So if I would have sold it to someone, I would have gotten maybe like $500 for it, And I figured at that point, I'm like, I'd have to take pictures of it, post them on like Facebook or whatever, and it's just like, I don't feel like going through the hassle of like selling my car, So then I'm like, hey, wait a minute, because I had heard this from my mom. She had told me about an organization that can actually that you can actually donate your car to, like basically a charity that you can donate your car to. And they basically just come take it away, and that's that. You can get a decent amount of money on your tax return, and then, bada bing, bada boom, problem solved. So I decided to go that route, because I figured too, donating to a charity that'll, go to help a worthy cause, and I'll basically get about the same amount of money on my tax return that I would have gotten from selling the car anyway. So, I mean, I don't get the money right away, obviously, but I will down the line. It'll help me when I, do my taxes next year or whatever. So I'm like, okay, it's going to help a worthy cause. It'll help me get rid of the car quickly, because I donated to a charity called Cars for Kids. Basically, it says on their website, they come pick up the car. You donate your car online, put in your information. Then they send a tow truck team to come and pick up your car, and then you hand them the keys and the title to the car, and then you're good to go. At least in theory, it should have been that fucking simple. But because this is me we're talking about, of course it wasn't that fucking simple. I was pretty overall displeased with how they handled this particular situation. So, here's why. So, I put in my information on the Cars for Kids website, right? And so I get an email a little bit later. They're like, okay, we have your information and whatnot. So, we'll be in contact with you. The tow truck company or whatever will give you a call, and we will contact you to schedule a time to pick up your car. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're just like, make sure to fill out all the information on the title of the car and whatnot. And then you're all good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. Easy and simple. You know, they're like, yep, the tow truck company will give you a call and then schedule time to come pick up your car. And then you're good to go. And I'm like, okay, cool. Again, you know, good, simple, easy. So a day goes by. Don't hear anything. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Didn't really think too much of it. Then another day goes by. Still didn't hear anything from them. And here's the deal, too. The reason why I was so, like, the reason also why I wanted to get rid of my car through Cars for Kids is because my dad has a small driveway, and, you know, we have enough problems with just the two of our cars. With three of them, forget it. So I had to park my old car out on the street, right? And the thing is that the reason why I had to get rid of my old car in the first place was because it failed emissions, and I had to have it pass emissions so that way I could renew my vehicle sticker and registration and all that shit. Because otherwise, you know, that shit would expire. The thing is, though, is that my vehicle failed emissions, and it wasn't really worth it for me to get the car fixed, to be honest. It wasn't worth it. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just, you know, donate it to Cars for Kids and they'll get rid of it. And I was hoping that all this would be done in a timely manner because my vehicle sticker expired at the end of the month. Currently, at the time I'm recording this, it's like the 9th of August, 2020, I want to say. Again, for those of you who don't know, keep in mind I pre-record all my videos several months in advance before I actually get around to uploading them. So I was hoping that this would all be done in a timely manner because, you know, obviously I don't want my car sitting on the fucking street with an expired sticker. You know, you're not supposed to park on the street late at night anyway, so it was already bad enough, but if I had an expired sticker on top of that, you know, I would have been in a lot more trouble. So I was kind of hoping this would get done in a timely manner. So after a couple days go by, and I hear nothing from the tow truck company, I get an email from Cars for Kids or whatever, and they're like, oh, the tow truck people have been trying to contact you, but haven't been able to reach you. And I'm like, you have my fucking phone number? I haven't gotten any fucking calls, and I got calls from, you know, from my coworkers and shit, you know. So I know my phone is working. So I'm just like, well, what the fuck? I have not been contacted by the tow truck company. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I clearly have not been contacted by them. No one has fucking called me from them, you know, from there to schedule a pickup. So I wrote them an email back. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, basically. Because I'm like, no one has contacted me. And I know for a fact that my phone is working. And I sent them another email after that. And I'm just like, you know, I was told that this would be taken care of quickly, you know, and that this would be a quick process. So, like, what the hell's going on here? This is fucking bullshit. I need to get rid of my car because my vehicle sticker expires soon, and I have to park it in the street because I don't have enough room in my freaking driveway, and I don't feel like getting a ticket. So can we please get this figured out? You know, so I was pretty pissed, you know, because they said that they would contact me. So then I contacted Cars for Kids. I called them, got a response from one of their fucking representatives or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll have someone contact you on like Monday or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then at this point I'm just like, you know what, fuck this. Since this tow truck company apparently doesn't know how to use a phone, I'm gonna teach them how to use a phone myself. So I called the fucking tow truck company myself, and I'm like, yeah, so I donated my car through Cars for Kids. Like, do you guys happen to know anything about that? Like, have you guys even been informed about that? Because you guys haven't tried to contact me. So, then finally, through the tow truck company, I set up a time for them to pick up my fucking car. So then finally, I'm like, I think it was a Tuesday or some shit. I think it was actually Tuesday last week. They finally came to pick up my car after like several days, like after basically a week of trying to figure this shit out. And it sounded on their website like it would be a very simple and quick process, which is why I kind of wanted to donate to them because, again, they said it would be a quick fucking process and that it would be extremely painless of a process, but it was not. I was very displeased with how they handled that situation. Because, again, they said someone would contact me, and no one made an effort to contact me. They said, oh, yeah, the tow truck company will call you to schedule a pickup. No one fucking called me. And they tried to tell me that the tow truck company tried to call me, and I'm like, no, they didn't. My phone is working just fucking fine. I've gotten phone calls from my coworkers, so, no. They did not try to contact me. Don't fucking try to tell me that they did. You fucking idiot. I need to talk to your fucking manager, you fucking fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, I'm not that much of a Karen, but still, you know, it was legitimately kind of bullshit, you know? That being said, at the end of the day, they came to pick up the car, you know, and it is going to help a, you know, good cause and whatnot. They, you know, Cars for Kids does a lot of good shit with their charity. So, I mean, all's well that ends well. You know, I'm happy that my car could go to help, you know, someone in need, you know, so I guess that's what's really important here. But again, at the same time, I was really not happy. Because again, I was trying to get rid of my car fast. You know, I was trying to get rid of that thing because I didn't want it sitting on the fucking, on the street with an expired sticker. You know, that's no bueno. You know, so, yeah, it's just not great. But again, you know, I suppose, again, all's well that ends well. Yeah, just blasting the shit out of Arceus there. Oh, man. But yeah, it was a hell of a lot more complicated than I was expecting. Ah, this is gonna be fun. Ah, damn, I was hoping that Melodic would be faster, but yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I was gonna say, that's probably gonna kill Melodic right there. Yeah, if I had gotten another hit off with Melodic, that Blaziken would have been fucked. Ah, speaking of fucked. Yeah, that's not good. that Skeptile's gonna kill me in one hit. Guaranteed. Yeah, Leaf Blade, I'm done. Even if I had managed to kill it this turn, it would kill me next turn anyway. And Kyogre missed, so yeah, we're done here. Good effort, but not quite good enough, because Kyogre was an idiot and missed with Hydro Pump, but I wouldn't have won anyway, so it didn't matter. Oh, man, but yeah, it's been a hell of a couple weeks with this whole, you know, car ordeal and shit like that. So yeah, just kind of is what it is. In a weird kind of way, though, I am going to miss my old car, you know. I had a lot of good times with that car. A lot of good times indeed. Yeah, when I think about all the times me and my stepbro, you know, my best friend back before he passed away, used to, you know, that last summer that he was here, you know, I used that car to drive him to his first job. We used that car to, you know, make our midnight runs to IHOP for some fucking blueberry pancakes, and yeah, had some damn good times with that car, that's for sure. I will definitely never forget all the good times that I had with my old car. That car truly meant a lot to me, and will be missed, but hopefully I'll create a lot of good new memories with this new car of mine, and yep, but I will never forget all the fun times I had with that old car. That car was really good to me. over the years that I owned it overall. Granted, I did have some problems in 2018 when things kind of broke, back to back. It just kind of sucked. But the last 2 years that I owned that car, never had a single major replacement of any part on that car. That car was a trooper, man. That car was rock fucking solid overall. So, definitely never forget everything that car did for me. And I will never forget all the good memories that I had in that car, because damn, there were some good ones. But either way, again, time moves forward, and I will create, hopefully, lots of new fun memories with this new car of mine, and it'll be all good. Either way, guys, that is going to be it for this one, so stay tuned, and until next time, peace out.